EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Here's Ty Johnson, rookie six-rounder from Maryland. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Double tight. 4 down. Check. Big grip.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
1st down, Lions. He goes, set! Yellow lady! Yellow lady! You ain't got nothing! Check me hot!
Here's Damian Harris, 3rd rounder from Alabama. And he's got room. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
You're not ready. You're not alert. He's coming. We got double.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ready. 18 Gator. Leo. Score. Check 4. Check 2.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check the backer. Hey, Sam off. You're out. Check 37.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 2nd-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20.
Here we go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right here. Hatch it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
You must be dreaming.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Damian Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 29, Locke. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's got his tight end Fant, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. 2nd tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Team 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch twist. Watch twist. No. Off. Back. Check. 50.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 50. 25. Check 25. Double right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes this to Sutton. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Here we go. 15 line. It's our time. Check 24.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Third and long, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, zoom. Switch.
Block now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Go. Get it.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Block now to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block, and that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And it played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, lady! No chance! Deuce! Sponge! Nothing on! Quick dash! Come!
On first down, Stafford here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Where's 52? Alert! 52's the mic. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Out.
Throwing again. Stafford, and he'll find Hall. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here's Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20.
Ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a play faking at Stafford. Looking downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 83 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Block off of play action. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
21, double right.
Throwing is Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, this is Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ready, 280. Check 52's the mic. Hey, tighten down.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Lions.
Set! 180! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Let's go, boys! Let's go! Set! 180! Watch the slant! Watch the slant! Switch!
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 26-yard
Set!
line.
180! 52's the mic. All day, baby. All day. Hey, alert 3!
Again, it's Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
It's going to be a long day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Stafford now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, orbit.
Flacco will take to the air again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Flush to his right. And this is caught from Deshaun Hamilton. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Stay 50, stay 50.
They go to Johnson again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Kill. Check the backer.
40 gut. Get on!
Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Flacco. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's
Regular. Monday.
Hey, switch gears.
Hurry up.
Setting to throw, Flacco. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pressure mounting. Flacco. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jake Ryan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Well, the Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
tighten up.
Flacco now on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Check. 40's mine.
Yellow.
Good track. Check.
One last gasp for Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Lions, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.